Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. Today is Tuesday. That is Tuesday, the first day of the trading week, September 5th, and market is open. Market is open and showing a little bit of struggle bus. We will cover a few things today. One, we will cover the market update as far as what is happening right now in the markets. Markets are down as far as overall S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow. I believe they're all down. We'll double check on that. There is some other stocks that are showing some more volatility this week. WWE being one of them. We're going to cover that. That one has been a big time mover in the last few days here because of some of the news from Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabian holding company. We will also get into some currency pairs. I see that the RBA, Royal Bank of Australia, had their rate statement. It will be this morning, 12:30 a.m. Central Time. I believe I am on Central Time. I hope so. And they kept rates the same. So we'll check out the Australian dollar and see if anything was a mover there. And then we'll see some opportunities that are presenting themselves here as the day has just started. As we know, there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. The key is to manage that risk. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Mainly mine, but hopefully you find it entertaining as well. So therefore, let's get into the live market update. So S&P 500 currently down about, we'll say 0.3%, about $1.50 on the day. This is the S&P ETF, currently at 449.65. Back into the the supply zone that dropped the market back in the very beginning of August, starting actually in July. So that one's showing some weakness here. We still have that demand zone below, and we'll see. Excuse me. Oh, that's a real laugher. Choking on my own spit. So we'll see if we break through this supply zone overhead, but we do have that demand zone below. Dow Jones Industrial Average, same story, continuing that 3-day slide, currently at 348.22, down about 0.22% on the day. The NASDAQ, which is the QQQ, the triple Q, is also showing some weakness, but actually from the open, it is exactly at the open price, which was 376.80 to be exact, showing a little bit. It went up a little bit, down a little bit. Now we're at an indecision market. It is 919, so the market has probably done its initial volatility move on the day. So 376.90, 377.02 current price with the NASDAQ. IWM, which is the Russell ETF, the Russell 2000, big drop on the day. Well, compared to the other ones, 1.57% drop already on the day, currently at 187.86. So that is your ETFs for your major markets. We do have a lot of other markets as far as ETFs that are down. There's about 6 ETFs that are down over 1%. Silver being one of them, SLV, down 1.9%, almost 2%, gapping down bigly on the day. So let's go back, and volatility is also up. So we might see some opportunity with some options today. So we will get that platform opened up, and we will peek at that to see if we have any opportunities in the options market. That being said, let's go to gold. Gold also down about 0.6% of the day, so a pretty big drop on gold as well. Currently at $1,926.69. Silver currently this is the silver spot price, currently at $23.69, down 1.2% as far as the overall silver market, the spot price, although the ETF is down much more. All right. We still have that demand zone, currently at about 2150 to 22. Looking at Bitcoin, we did a little update yesterday. That one was down yesterday. Also continuing that downward tumble here with Bitcoin. Currently at $25,737 per Bitcoin. Ethereum is actually up 0.9% on the day, 0.09% on the day. Whoopity-doo, they says, as my good friend Jim Carrey said. And rounding out the cryptos, HNT down today as well, just ever so slightly. Currently at $1.53 per HNT helium token, which is cellular 5G network. Sorry, there, had a tough time getting that one out. Okay, so let's get into your stock market. Apple is down 0.3% on the day. Tesla is up 3%. See if there was any announcements here. Tesla boosted output at its plant in China. It had to, it says Barron's.com. Okay. Tesla sues Bingling Intelligent Company over tech secrets infringement. Unfair competition. Okay. Meta is up 0.6% on the day. So the stocks are showing a little bit of movement. Airbnb, big move up today. Big, about 7%. They've been added to the S&P 500. Well, there you go. Okay, so Airbnb is added. Let's see what it says here. We'll join the S&P on September 18th. So Blackstone will also join the S&P 500. The company's replaced Lincoln National, Newell Brands, which it will replace Unicure, and Universal Insurance Holdings. Okay. So there you have it. So usually what happens here is they take out the dogs and put in some performers, and Airbnb on the year is a performer. So there you have it. Airbnb and BlackRock will become in the S&P 500. I don't know if BlackRock is September 18th, but Airbnb is September 18th, so in a couple weeks here. So that is a big mover on the day. WWE back down. I mentioned that in the kickoff here. So back on. Well, let's see here. Okay, except Bitcoin from bullish trend to bearish turns, unpacking WE's dynamic 1,300-point stock plunge amid Saudi Arabia's $100 million investment in UFC competitor. So that's what happened 4 days ago. So price was at $118 per share, down about $23 roughly for WWE. Let's go back into let's see our chart here. See if there's any meat on the bone. Volatility is spiking up for WWE. Okay. Let me see what you're doing here now, WW. So currently at 97.65. They don't really offer very good options. 45 days or 10 days. I'm not a big fan of that. So spread's pretty wide though. A little too wide for me. The 85s are giving you a little bit of premium. That's 45 days though. That's kind of a long time. That is a ways down there though. That's another, by golly, another 13% slide. Let's see what the 10 days are offering. Which might be just as risky, but remember you want to minimize your risk in the markets. So the 95s are the only thing that's giving any premium. Not worth it. Not enough meat on the bone for WWE. XLU, which is utilities, that is negative on the percent Bollinger Band. Volatility, gosh darn it, is still low as well. Still in that demand zone. That worked very well back in October. Going back to that demand zone right now. WBA, which should be Walgreens. Volatility is creeping up. Okay, let's look at Walgreens. Current price $23.32. $22s. Boy, nothing. I'm not giving anything. Not even worth a second look. American Airlines, 1435, currently in downtrend, no volatility. Volatility is low. It's only a 2 on the Richter scale. Same with Disney. Disney down is now way down to our 80. It's still above. Well, we could have done a lot of puts on this. Good thing we closed them when we did. McDonald's. Volatility is low. JP Morgan. Low volatility. UNG, which is United States Natural Gas. Volatility really spiked the other day. It's giving some pretty good premium there, but still a pretty risky thing to get into. Although it has been sideways for quite some time. Let's just look at the options for giggles. Yeah, nothing worth looking at. So that is some options plays on the day. Let's go back to our chart and finish off the top stocks that we were doing. DocuSign up 1.54% on the day. Build-A-Bear down 2% on the day. Actually showed a little strength here. Had bad earnings and price went up from 20 to 25 after that. I'm not sure what the outlook for that was. And then they had good earnings and price dropped. Imagine that. It didn't do what you would think it would do. Yeah, American Airlines down 2.3% on the day. Target up 1.4%. Back in that box that we've been stuck at since that initial drop when they had some marketing problems back in the beginning of June. AMC down 2%, and Caesar's Palace, or Caesar Entertainment, that's down 3%. Dick's Sporting Goods back down. So let's look at Dick's Sporting Goods and Nike again. So back down as far as 2.3% for Dick's. Nike down 1.5%. I'll have to do some analysis for everybody. And Upstart. We talked about Upstart back on, it'll be the 28th of August of that demand zone that it was in. Still in that demand zone, so that current play is working. Not sure if puts were sold, if it was just bought some calls on it for a increase in price there. But it is coming right off of that supply zone that it had back from the $70 to $85 mark. So that being said, let's round out the news. Forex Factory, we did have the cash rate for Aussie dollar, the RBA statement, the Royal Bank of Australia statement. Tomorrow, Canada has their statement, and it looks like they are going to forecast it to keep their interest rates at 5%. No other big news other than ISM Services PMI for the United States. Wednesday, no, this would be Thursday actually. Unemployment claims for the U.S. Nothing else big on Thursday, and on Friday, nothing big for the U.S. So it might be a good week to trade. No major moves as far as news announcements. So just continue to rely on your supply and demand. I didn't make that on purpose, but that sounded pretty good. Rely on your supply and demand, and whether you're short-term, mid-term, or long-term, make sure to manage your risk accordingly. So I'm going to do some analysis on some stocks for our next show for tomorrow. It is now 9:30 a.m. Central Time, so market has been open for 1 hour. Just double-check the S&P's still down 0.29%. Which is at 449.79. Dow and the NASDAQ are all still down. The only thing that's showing strength from the open, actually, is the NASDAQ. And the IWM much further down than that. So there's your show for today, everybody. 14 minutes here, and we'll try to do another one tomorrow. We'll get a market update on the current market plays on the day. And we'll get some analysis in, so we'll get some opportunities for you, whether it's options or futures market for currencies. Who knows what it'll be. I'll look at that today and have something prepared for you. As always, protect your profits when they're given to you, and protect your losses also when they are small. Until next time, my friends, retire young, my friends.